All right, we're back. ACC PM at Keenan Stadium, the pregame show. This is the spot to be. We just had Mac Brown.
Oh, yeah.
Now we got Bubba Cunningham hanging out with us. You excited? Season's finally here.
Cannot wait. And normally you're ready for the first week. I love week 0. Absolutely fantastic. You're a week ahead of the game. The team's back practicing, the band's practicing. We got the Marching 100 coming.
Oh.
This is a great week.
That's one thing I want to talk to you about is you guys, both schools decided to move this game up to week 0 in order to spotlight HBCUs as an HBCU celebration. Also for you guys to be in a national spotlight when not a lot of teams are playing this weekend. What's the meaning behind that and to be part of promoting HBCUs as UNC?
Well, we thought it was a great matchup to begin with, but then to move it to week 1 where you can provide that spotlight. And Coach Brown and Rick Steinbacher did a magnificent job working with our campus community to build events around it and really celebrate HBCUs, all they stand for and all they put into the game of football and what they do for so many students. So we had lectures across campus. We have our bands working together tomorrow. We have the game itself. It's just a really great way to celebrate the opening of football season.
Have you seen a preview of the bands?
I have. Everybody and their brother went to YouTube and said, okay, I haven't seen the preview of tomorrow.
Tomorrow's performance.
But they've all gone to YouTube and checked it out. It's going to be fantastic.
You know, HBCU's halftime is known to be game time. So I'm ready for the halftime tomorrow, Marching 100. We know a little bit about FAMU growing up in the South. It's great to have them in the building. Coach, or AD, Bubba, when I arrived here, my second year you came in 2011, you came into a university who's known for winning national championships. How does it feel that since you've been here, you not only won 1, 2, you have a few under the belt under you? How does that feel to uphold that standard, but to continue to excel and build more?
I love it. I mean, Carolina is a great place. I'm so fortunate to be here, work with students like yourself and the kids that we have today. It's just a fun place. When you think about great places in college athletics, what college athletics is about, and we still talk about it, education is primary. Now, some guys go on and play and have great careers and do wonderful things. That's outstanding. And some don't. But the education that you get, the opportunities we provide with 28 teams is something I really, really value. But the experience of being at Carolina is special. So when I first got here, our son was a manager for the football team. And I tell you, he can break down film with any of them. He's so glad to have Coach Chiswick back. Coach Chiswick was here when he was the manager. So all of the defense, he was out there with you, watching the linebackers. And it's really going to be fun to see Coach Chiswick and Coach Warren back. And now with Jack Bicknell as well. So 3 new coaches. It's going to be a fun year.
I got a business question for you.
Okay.
Because you're a smart guy. By the way, you don't need to bring the helicopters in for us, but that's all right. But nevertheless, here's what I want to know. When the bands come out at halftime, have you considered what happens to concession sales? Because let me just tell you something. For folks who have never seen the performance, you will not leave your seat. So normally, for everybody here in the building that goes, hey, at halftime, I'm going to grab a Coke and a hot dog or whatever, you better watch the performance. Because let me tell you something, it is awesome. I've seen them. They're unbelievable.
Yeah, I agree. And you're right. You know, we've had actually some complaints at basketball at times where we'd bring in some of the quick change artists or anybody else that...
Red Panda.
Red Panda was fantastic.
Red Panda.
Concession sales go down, but it's a special. It's a special day, and it'll be great to see them out there.
For you, I know you've probably made a couple appearances to fall camp so far.
Oh, yeah.
What are you looking at with this football team? Just from a football fan standpoint, obviously you're in the AD role, but you're a football fan too.
Oh, I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan. Huge fan of these players, huge fan of the coaches, and I've given them all kinds of great plays. So anytime we score tomorrow, those are some of the plays,
it all comes
some of the
from
plays
you.
that I give them. Exactly. And then when we don't do well, I'm saying, hey, coach, what happened? I mean, why did you call that? Because that's not what I was thinking. I'm a great on Monday. I'm terrible on Saturday.
Terrible on Saturday. You don't want any of us coaching either, trust me.
Join the club.
You don't want any of us coaching either.
Bubba, when it comes to being at North Carolina, what do you look to be just the most beautiful part about tomorrow? Night game, Keenan Stadium. What is the expectation for tomorrow night?
The expectation is high, but I just love being on campus on game day. I've always been on a college campus my entire career. And I think tomorrow for the opening day, and my favorite place here is in that corner of the stadium. The lights are going down. You got the trees over here. You have the bell tower. The band is playing. Both bands will be out there, and it starts the academic year. It really starts the academic year with football. I believe that entirely. My sister went to one of the universities in Florida that did not have football at the time. They have it now. Then she transferred to Florida State. and she said it was a totally different experience.
Yes.
And I believe that in the bottom of my heart, that really kicks off the academic year. And
Absolutely.
it's part and parcel to what we do.
You have a couple of sold out home games already too, a couple of big ones coming in here. How excited are you for that? You got some big games on tap.
Everyone's big. There's no bigger game than we have tomorrow.
There you go.
If we don't win tomorrow,
Maybe
the next
you
one's
are.
not
I
really
like that.
important.
I
You're not
like
a
it.
coach on Saturday. You sure you're not a coach on Saturday?
I've listened to these guys for a long time.
Coach, Bubba, you got Notre Dame coming in, you got Virginia Tech, you got Pitt, Georgia Tech, NC State. You are loaded at home, but one thing we are known to do is win at home. How do you feel about that schedule being under the Keenan lights?
We love it. Love
Yeah.
it. As many night games as we can get. There's an atmosphere, there's something special about playing at night, I think. Hopefully we'll get a lot of them at night, and we're going to have a great year.
Yes.
I have great confidence in Coach Brown. The recruiting's been off the charts. As he said, the kids have been doing exactly what we've asked them to do. They put in a ton of energy to it. And, you know, we were overhyped last year, had a mediocre year, and we really want to get back to where we think we should be.
Earlier this week, Commissioner Phillips was on with us, and we got into a number of topics, and we started talking about the college football playoff. And he kind of slipped it kind of real subtle. We've had really good conversation talking about the collective group. And he does think that eventually this thing's going to expand. And he kind of went 8 to 12 to 16. There's been all kinds of dialogue. From your perspective, and this has been kicked around a gazillion times, where do you think we are big picture? Have we made progress from a year ago? And where do you think this thing's going to go?
It's a great question. I don't know where we are big picture, to be honest with you, because I don't sit on the football committee, I'm not on the management committee, so I really don't know what they're thinking. I personally, just given my background, having been at 2 national universities, 2 regional universities, I think more access is better. When I first came to Carolina, I was on a radio show here, and I had just come from Tulsa, and couldn't even get to the NIT because Memphis was so dominant. I said, you know, the basketball tournament should go to 128. I thought I was going to get crucified because you don't know how hard it is to win 6 and you had 7. There's no way. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But I truly believe that everyone has to have hope. So if you have the opportunity to qualify for that championship, it gives you hope, and you sponsor the sport and you have more interest in the sport. When I was at Ball State, I actually thought it was easier for us to get into the BCS than Indiana, because Indiana wasn't a Big Ten.
Right.
All we had to do was kind of be the best of the rest. And so expansion in my mind is good. Consolidation means all we're doing is moving all the best teams together, and I think everyone else should have a chance, have hope, and want to really be a part of what is so great about college sports.
We talked a lot about the brand of the ACC, bringing the brand back to a national level up there with the big dogs. They've kind of taken a back seat a little bit. How important is this football season this fall for all of the other fall sports, in your opinion, to get the ACC back to where people are talking, hey, they're right up there with the SEC?
It's very important. You know, brand is a part of everything. And right now we have a couple of leagues that seem to have a better brand than we do. But if you look top to bottom, our league is terrific. Now I will say in football, we have 1 or 2 elite teams and then we drop off. It's the middle of our pack that has to get better. And I think then we can say that we are elite. We've had a couple of teams that we thought were going to be good that haven't been. We underperformed last year. So our best teams have to be good. The reason the SEC is so good, the reason the Big Ten is so good, Michigan, Ohio State are good. Florida's good. Georgia's good. Alabama's good. Their best teams are good. Our best teams need to be good.
That's why we keep talking about the only way to change the narrative is to win.
Yes.
There is, you can give me all the cool mottos, you can give me cool television commercials, all the sound bites. That doesn't mean squat. You got to win the games that matter.
Right.
Period.
The only team that has perfected losing are the Cubs. Somehow they continue to sell out. They're still there. They're still popular.
West
And
and
they're
you're
terrible.
coming out. They did take care of business not too long ago, though. But
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, once every 100 years.
you want every 90 some odd years, you get lucky, right?
Winning to excel, it's priceless. You know, can you talk a little bit about what you're going to do with the facilities around here? I mean, they're already top notch. So what else can you do, and what else are y'all looking forward to doing around here with the facilities?
Well, we want to continue to get better.
Yeah.
We're making a huge addition to the football facility now. The new training area is going to be outstanding. Then we're looking at some outdoor space as well. We're going to enhance the team area.
Nice.
We're also having some outdoor space for the team. You're going to be very jealous when you come back.
I'm already a little jealous. I look at these facilities, I'm like, I didn't have this locker room, all these blue, beautiful seats. I look out here, turf. I miss the hedges a little bit, but
This is the house you built.
come on.
This is the house you built.
I am happy, you know what I mean? I am happy to see these guys, you know, thrive from this, but to continue to get stuff like that around the facility, it allows your recruits to come in here and know that we're serious about winning and getting there.
We are, and we are serious about it, and we want all of our teams to flourish. And we've had a huge investment in all of our Olympic sports as well, and so we're going to continue to invest in, obviously, in football, because this is the one that really drives college athletics today. But here, obviously, basketball is a huge brand for us as well. Women's soccer. So right now we've got 3 women's soccer wins, 1 men's soccer win. We've got field hockey playing right now, volleyball tonight. So we got a lot going on. It's just, as you know, it's a great place to be.
Come on, man.
I know it's not NC State and it's Florida State, but it's pretty good.
It's okay.
Come on.
Well, women's soccer #1. We talked about it yesterday.
Yeah.
I was saying when we were here a couple of weeks ago, and Mac's better half, Sally, was giving us the walk around, giving her artistic eye of the renditions that are going to be made here for football. It was awesome. And given the tight space, I mean, this is not one of those expansive, hey, we got tons of land, let's go build it. You really got to find it and make it fit perfectly, and this is going to really be spectacular.
I think it's pretty ironic that Mac and Sally designed the building,
yeah, I think
and then left for 20 years, never officed in there, came back and renovated it, and the space is still terrific. It's a little bit smaller than we would like by today's standards, but still so functional. They've upgraded it, so from the mahogany to the white, much more modern, much more sleek. The students really like it when they come in. It's very student friendly, and that's what we're trying to do with everything, because what we really want is every student that comes here, every person that comes here, to have a great experience. Absolutely. Whatever the experience is for you, we want to tailor that for you, whether you're a soccer player, football player, or a fan. When you come here, we want you to go away saying, that's a cool place, I'd like to go back.
Absolutely, man. Just walking into that Hall of Honor now, I'm letting you know, I get the goosebumps. I'm so ready to play, seeing how it is. You say all that white, modern tradition. I remember when it was just the wood. A few, now you got a whole room full of J's. You know what I mean? Back in the days, it was just in the back, So I love what we're doing here, man.
As we're talking future, for you get a contract extension this past spring. Looking back at the last decade and what has happened, looking forward for you personally for the future, the next 5 years, what is your vision for UNC Athletics?
Well, I think college athletics in general is in a turbulent time. We've lost the Supreme Court case. We have a lot of other cases sitting out there. We're going to have a change in leadership at the NCAA level. We have a transformation committee. We had a constitution committee. The landscape of college athletics, where do intercollegiate athletics fit in a university environment, is turbulent. So I would like Carolina to kind of lead in some of that discussion. What is the right relationship today between the student athlete and the university, particularly in the sports that generate so much money? NIL is part of that. The transfer portal is part of that. So we need to figure that out. It's bumpy. The rules are ambiguous at best right now, but we know that we want to have college athletics on our campus. We just have to figure out how we're going to do it. And so if I look at the next few years, it's working through that, working through with Congress, working through with conference commissioners, with the national office. We need to get better definitions so that we ensure that we provide those opportunities for kids to come to college, get a great education, and provide the opportunity for ones that want to go pro and figure out a good path for them.
Absolutely.
By the way, what's the best seat in the house here? If I gave you carte blanche, you were not the athletic director, but I gave you any seat you wanted of the 50,500, what would you pick here?
Well,
is it that corner you spoke of?
That's
pregame. I'm not going to allow you on the field.
Okay,
you got to be in the seats. Where would you go here?
There are so many. I mean, there's so many good ones. I agree. When I was at Tulsa, we built an end zone facility, and having not played a lot of football growing up, played a little bit, you can see the plays open up. So that's a really cool spot. It was much nicer than I ever thought it would be. But midfield, seeing the whole thing from both sides is pretty good. I don't know. I really don't know. The one place I would like to have a seat, and they won't let me, is one with a headset. I think I could get some big input.
You don't got to have the mic. You don't have to have the mic. Just give you the headset.
Yeah.
He wants the mic
They give that to me, they call it the dead set. I'm like, I don't want that. If I don't get a mic, I don't want to do it.
We had someone on here just before you that I think could probably hook you up with a headset.
Yeah.
I don't think he will.
No, they have a great relationship.
Listen, we wish you the best. We always appreciate the hospitality. Kicking off another great season. We wish you the very best on this thing. And again, for the ACC, you got to win the games that matter.
Yes.
This weekend are games that we're expected to win from a conference perspective, right? Florida State's going to jump out first. You guys are up second. But really beginning next week when it's go time, it's really, I think, a really important year for the ACC to start winning those kind of games.
It really is. But thank you. Thanks for what you do. I mean, talking about our student athletes, and they do a terrific job. You guys we're all in it together. The ACC is all of us. It's the coaches, it's the players, it's the talent we have right here.
Oh,
there we are.
Rams is in the building.
Oh, yeah.
On the schedule.
That boy been in the weight room.
Hey, it's great to meet you.
That boy looking jacked. Yeah.
They're using that weight room, I see.
I got to see the missus and baby tomorrow, man. Have they grown? Come on. Big sprout. I see it. I already know what time
You got a score prediction for tomorrow?
Woo!
I think that's 60,
He's
70?
Talking
Higher. We're going higher than 70.
That's also the amount of weight he or she's going to lose in about the next 20 minutes in that outfit.
Yeah, we're shedding.
This beautiful Carolina blue heat now. All right, listen, we got to get moving. Bubba, always a pleasure.
Appreciate it. Thanks again.
Take care of yourself.
Appreciate it.
Come right back to you.
Great to see you.
ACC PM on.
Welcome back. Welcome home.
Love it. You know I do. I'm going to try to talk to you.